Now, in this video, I'll be showing you guys, in my opinion, one of the most broken plays in Madden 26 right now. Now, it's going to be about this bunch nasty set in the Jets playbook, but there's also in a couple of other playbooks as well, so I'll make sure to put those on the screen for you guys. But it's going to be this motion RPO zone alert play. Very good play. Let's run against cover 4 because, in my opinion, with man coverage, that's the most used defense, I'd probably say. And I'll put it on the screen. I said put it on the screen, and I'll show you guys what it looks like next against man coverage. Now, this is how the play looks stock. You could 1000% run this play stock against any coverage, and trust me, you're going to be successful. I'm just showing you guys a kind of a deeper, not a deeper, well, yeah, kind of a more, complex variations of how you could run this play, but you could very well run this play stock against any defense. You're going to be successful. I promise you that. And yeah, this is how it's going to look against stock. Obviously, you got to notice 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards. That adds up. Don't sleep on the baby yards. You know what I mean? But that's a different variation. Streak the slot receiver just like this. Streak him like that. Put your outside receiver Dotson in this case. Put him on a corner. Stem him all the way down, which if you don't know how to do that, press triangle, then press circle, the icon, press L1, then go all the way down with your left stick downwards. This is how you create kind of that stem down corner route. But this is how it's going to look. As you've seen, that was obviously a bad ball. I should just bullet it. But you saw he kind of like went towards the ball, kind of. And again, people are going to complain about that. We don't need to see Smith run 20 more yards. You guys get it. That's a one-play touchdown. This is one of those, a surprise move. You know what I mean? You just pull it out your bag randomly. And everyone's angry. They're calling you slurs on the mic. That's what happened to me yesterday. Again, if people aren't really prepared for that play, this looks like a run out of the hand. Then he just pulls it back, Jalen Hurts style, RPO, touchdown. You know what I mean? Against cover 4, because that's the deep safety. That's like the last line of defense. So if the deep safety is preparing for a run, you're cooked. You know what I mean? In defense, that's how it works. You know what I mean? Let's try it one more time. It's obviously going to work. Now, people are going to, make adjustments or whatever. But trust me, this is a play where you're going to get people at some point in the game. You're definitely gonna get people if you run it. Now let's try the same thing, obviously, but look at circle, the outside receiver on that stem down corner. He gets a lot of separation too, because obviously the cover, like, what are we doing realistically? Whatever. You guys get it. The cover 4 safety, or the cover 4 corner, sorry, on the outside, he's playing backward. He's playing in the deep blue, obviously, so he's not really gonna guard those kind of routes. This is a very good cover 4 beater in this game. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna eat. It's gonna make your opponents mad. You're gonna get points off of it. But again, don't just expect that touchdown every time. Be smart with it. Mix it in with other plays, and that's also what I wanted to get into. Because even the slant is like open in this play. Like, this is such a good play, man. Like, Bynum was running backwards. Like, what are you really doing? But one more thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is your audibles. Make sure these are your 4 audibles: motion RPO zone alert, inside zone, mesh spot, and motion cross post. Motion cross post and in the zone alert is on the same spot, so it's easy to do that. The reason I say inside zone and mesh spot is just a random play that I like to run, and because I can see what defense they're in. Because obviously with these 4 plays, or with these other 3 plays, inside zone, motion zone, and the other motion cross post, you can't see what defense they're in, because you can't motion players out on an actual motion play. Versus mesh spot, I can move my running back and be like, okay, they're in man coverage now. I can move my tight end and see if they're in man or zone. And inside zone is obviously just a play where I like to just run if the numbers are weak in the box, and I could just kind of just get free 2, 3, 4 yardage if I need it. So that's kind of just like a little point I want to mention for you guys. Now the cover 4 variation, you guys saw it, completely fried them. And that works all the time too in real life. Now, I'll show you guys the man variation of it too, because cover 2 man seems to be a really common defense right now in Madden 26. Now, this is how it looks base. What I like to do is put Smith on the corner route, stem him down. Same thing. The stem down corner route, I'm telling you guys, is the most utilized route in Madden 26 because how good it is. It fries man, it fries zone. It does not matter. And it's also good, like route to run off of other stuff. Now, this is how it's going to look. Outside corner, you got to notice you have time when you run these RPOs. Do not panic and just think you have 0.2 seconds to make a decision because you get a legal man down the field. Be smart about it, but you have time. I think a lot of people get that confused. But let's run it one more time against man. This is a pretty good man play too. Because a lot of times people don't a lot of times people have weird adjustments to the point where, you know, that corner sometimes just runs into the backfield and it just leaves for easy touches. I put on the screen things that happen in my games. So obviously against the CPU, none of that weird stuff ever happens. I do like this against cover 4 a little more than against man, but trust me, that corner route gets open a lot. And the reason I say audibles, because look at this play right here. Motion cross post. Look at this play. Do you guys see Dotson's route? It's the same exact start. He's gonna motion over to the left. Nobody's gonna notice this difference. I'm telling you guys, nobody's gonna notice this difference or notice the difference. I don't know what I just said. Nobody's gonna notice the difference between these two plays at all. That's why I say it's important to have that play in your bag, because realistically, when you run a scheme in Madden 26, you get these plays. You got to make sure you have 2 or 3 plays in that formation that you can run, just so they can't just, prepare for only that play. So if you give yourself or you give the defense different looks at it, it's going to be so much harder to contain this defense, because, they're going to have to worry about multiple different variations of the play. Versus if you just run one variation to play, they're like, all right, I'm just going to bag the corner stem down and we're just going to go home and we're going to, do whatever now. But no, in this play, you have this play, which is, in my opinion, one of the best man-beating plays on paper in this game. Because you have 3 man-beating routes. The crosser, the drag. Obviously, the crosser, I don't know how he just... All right, whatever. But you guys see what I'm talking about. This is one of the better man-beating plays. It's the same look, too. So if they want to prepare for the stem-down corner, they definitely have another thing coming for them. Okay, A.J. Brown being A.J. Brown. You can also put, when doing that play, you could put R1 on a short cross instead of a drag if you would like, which is what I kind of prefer, because short cross to me is one of the best man-beating plays in the game. All right, as a Colts fan, we better be guarding like that on Sunday. If we're not guarding like that on Sunday, I'm actually going to be disappointed, since that's how they want to guard Madden. But you guys get the point. I hope I'm not really being confusing, because I do think this demonstration probably wasn't as good as my last couple. But again, I hope I'm being, pretty... able to, I don't know what I'm even talking about now, but I'm hoping you guys can understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We could run this against cover 2, and it's gonna be the same thing. To stem down the corner route and just run this play. You know what I mean? That's all you really need to do, because trust me, that flat is gonna get fried. He's gonna just sit there like a goofy, and he's gonna give up a bunch of yardage and a lot of separation. Trust me, he's not guarding that at all. He's gonna have to switch stick and make a play, which, again, if he switch sticks and makes a play, great job on him. Again, that's why you got to run other plays off of it, though. This is a good surprise play, but he's going to have to respect that switch stick. You can run plays off of it as well. Like if you want to, you can streak him, because it's cover 2. Obviously, the middle of the field is kind of at its weak point a little bit. So again, you can run cover 2. He's going to get open too. Them adding high routes to RPOs made it so crazy in this game, because now it's so much easier to run like a good scheme off of it. So just like that, streak's gonna be open against cover 2. Trust me, this play is so good, bro. Like, out of all the plays I ran in, man, I probably showed you guys 3 or 4, plays that I really enjoy, because I'm telling you guys, like, any play that I find that's good, I'm gonna post on YouTube for everybody else to see. I'm not gonna gatekeep any play. That's just kind of corny. You know what I mean? It's just like with the methods in Madden Ultimate Team. Like, if I see something, I'm gonna post it on YouTube. You know what I mean? I think everybody should be able to see. People get mad at stuff like that, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, everybody should have access to the same, knowledge and the same plays. But again, this very good play against cover 2. Against cover 3, it's the same thing. Against cover 4, it's the same thing. Against man, it's the same thing. Trust me, guys. I'm talking in circles now, because I'm trying to, demonstrate different parts of this play. But again, it's not really much to say. You know what I mean? This play is very good, regardless of what coverage you're running. And yeah, let me know if you guys need any help setting this up. You shouldn't, but let me know if you need any help setting up. Actually, you probably should, because if you need help, let's say you're going against cover 4 against us, you're going against cover 3, just let me know what adjustments you think you should do. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day.